We have to clear up some things.
Illustrations by me.
So do you like my hat? This is my Please Fire Me hat. I'm going to be picking the winners out of this hat. They're all going in here now. I'm putting them in here right now. And they'll be in there. And we'll pick the winner here in just a little while. But there are some misconceptions about what I'm doing here. The charade has to stop. We've got to clear these things up. All of you are giving me much more credit than I deserve. I will prove it to you. I will also take all of the credit. So first, someone said they wish that they could paint and talk at the same time, especially as much as I'm talking while I'm painting. That's not how this is working. What I'm doing is recording the video first, recording the painting first. I'm listening to music or a podcast or something, a debate, something. I'm listening to something while I do that painting, and then I'm going back over and I listen to debates while I paint. Just don't worry about that. I do that stuff. You don't worry about it. So then I go back and then I do a voiceover with the video playing, and I'm watching it. It's playing. I'm talking about a bunch of things. On occasion, I'll write bullet points of things I want to make sure I talk about, especially when I'm creating the piece. As I'm creating the piece, I'm like, oh, I really want to mention that. And I'll just write a bullet point down and say, oh, I wanted to mention that maybe this color didn't mix so well with this one, or maybe I like that one spot where something happened. I make those notes. That way when I go ahead and do the voiceover, I have something that I can refer to talk about. I don't script the whole thing like everything else. I can't script it. If I script it, it doesn't sound natural. It sounds like I'm reading. I'm not reading, I'm just talking. Second, I do not know as much as it seems like I know about pigments in paints. I am learning because I do the swatching so often with the different pigments. I'm learning which ones are more common. I'm learning which ones that I usually enjoy when they're in colors. Like the PR101. Love that color. It's a wonderful thing. I know that it's the red iron oxide and I absolutely love it. But that's something that I just have done so much of that I'm starting to remember. Most of the time, as a matter of fact, all of the time, I have the reference on my screen in front of me while I'm doing the swatching, and I have that pigment database. It's up here somewhere where I can say, oh, I don't know what a WL 375 pigment is. So let me look it up, and there's no such thing, but I look it up. Yeah, maybe I'll make one, and then there will be such a thing. And then I see, oh, that's what it is. This is where it's used from. It's used by these other manufacturers for some of their colors. It's used in this industry. Then I'm relaying the message to you. I'm not saying that I know all of this information. Please don't think that I do. And the worst part for me, some of these names, pronouncing some of the names, I understand that it's comical, which is why I leave it in the video, but that's not how they're pronounced. Don't worry about that. Third, most of the time, when I do the product reviews, you're seeing me use it for the first time. I don't do practice setups. I don't script out the whole video and, oh, let me try and see how the best way to use this. Oh yeah, I'll do it like that next time. No, you're gonna see the first time I'm using it. Sometimes it'll be screwed up. Sometimes I'll have to redo a part of it or something. But I'm using it for the first time so you get my actual reaction to what I'm using. And I try and test it as I go. So sometimes that means that I may give you the wrong information. I'm not doing it on purpose, but I might say, oh yeah, this works great like this. And then I use it like 10 more times. I'm like, oh, it doesn't work as good as I thought I did for this. I've got to redo this and go back and do it a different way. And then I'll let you know in those videos. But sometimes when I'm doing this, I let you know and say, hey, I think this is great for this or whatever. Sometimes it is, usually it is, but on occasion I get something wrong. The fourth thing I want to mention. Sometimes the way that I use things is not the way other artists use things. There are artists that are much better than me. I mean leaps and bounds over my head. And I do not use the products the way that they use them. I understand that they have their experience and they're using it because they know that it works that way, and whatever the case is. It doesn't matter to me. I'm using things the way that I use them. And I like to use things the way that I think they work best. So when I get a product, I don't say, hey, does this work the way that I work? That's never what I do. I try and say, does this work the way that I'm doing this now? No, let me find a different way that it could work. First thing comes to mind is that Leather Village paper. When I first used it, I put the ink lines down first and then the watercolor. Well, the ink doesn't bleed at all, but the watercolor spreads outside the lines a little bit, and I didn't know that was going to happen. So that's fine. The next time I used it, I put the color down first. That way I can outline the color with the line. You see what I'm saying? I'm doing it the way that it needs to work best. And as long as I enjoy the process, I think it's a good product. If I say, no, this is not really for me, I don't like the way that I have to work to make this work, I'll let you know that too. But usually it's, oh, this is a new thing that I can do, and I have to just do it this way for it to work out the way that I want. And I'm more than happy to do that, because for me, art has to keep changing things up. I don't like doing the same thing over and over and over. So I know, hey, I'll keep one. That's why I have so many sketchbooks on my shelf, because I have to use them all differently, and it keeps it interesting. I do something in one for a little while, and when I'm done with that, it's okay, let's move to the next one. And, oh, I got to do this differently. It just makes it interesting to me. That's just me. I don't know if it's you. Let me know if that's you. Do you like that? Is that weird? Look how long my finger looks. Oh, boy, look at that. I'm like almost touching. Yeah. See, that looks weird, doesn't it? Anyway, don't worry about that. What I'm saying is, do you do the same thing? Do you like to keep changing things up, or do you have to use the same thing over and over again? I know I've mentioned that a couple times. Many of you have answered that question already, but I still ask it every time. That's okay. The last thing I want to mention is a question that I get quite often when I do the giveaways. If I win, can I re-enter another giveaway? How long do I have to wait for the... There's no rules here. I told you that. There's no... If you win a giveaway today, you can enter another one today if I put up another one. There's no time limit. I just want everybody to have some fun. So you win something, you go in there and try and win it again. That's how things need to work around here. And that is a wonderful segue for what I'm about to do here. So we have both sets. Let me remind you. Okay, I did bring them back up. I didn't think that I brought them back up from downstairs, because they are sitting downstairs. Currently, these are my coffee table paints. So the big set, the little set, both sets, someone will win them, and that person will be picked right here. I'm not going to cut away from the video. This is just what we're doing here. So there's a lot of names here. This time there were quite a few names here. I think there was over 40 people. I don't remember how many. It was like 45, 46, I don't know, 48, I don't know. It was over 40. I stopped counting at 40, and that's how many people were entering in this one. Not as many as it... I keep dropping them out. Not as many as it could, but it's okay. So now they're in here. I'm not cutting away. I'm going to pick through the hat. And this person happened to win, and I don't know who it is, but I'm going to try and show you. I've never done this with this camera. I hope it focuses properly. So, is that a name? Is that a name this way? Can you see it? Do I need to turn it this way? Is it too close to focus on? I have no idea. Never done this before with this, so we're just going to keep doing that. Okay, so this is... I can't pronounce that. At GCOGCO1981. That's not a name. Whoever this person is, congratulations, and you have to figure out a new name, because Gakakak is not... Gakagag? That's not a word. It's not a thing. I don't know what that would be. CGOCG01981. You probably just fell asleep on the keyboard when you were creating your account. That's what happens sometimes. I understand. Well, congratulations, whoever you are. You won the giveaway. You won both sets. Now, just be patient. It's the Chinese New Year. So... Woomer's a Chinese company, and they are away from like the 23rd up until February 4th or something like that. And you know, just like everybody else, when you get back to work after a holiday, the 4th, the first day you're in the office, you're not really in the office. You're still lighting fireworks in your brain. So give her some time, and the contact lady over at Woomer will get this stuff to you. She said that. She said, just so you know, it's going to be a little bit into February, but I will send it out for you. Just let me know who won, but I will send it out. It'll just be a little bit later than your giveaway. Okay, so Here's what you need to do. You're this person, you go down below into my email, you send me an email, you say, hey, that's me. I say, hey, can you do this one thing for me? You do that one thing for me. I say, okay, you're verified. Then I send them your information. They send you out the 2 sets. Well, when they get back in the office, you know, I just said it. So, just so you know, this person here, that name, you won, whatever that name is. Okay, so that was for January. It's not for February. That was the January giveaway. I have another one coming for February. I already have it. I'm just waiting to do the video, so don't worry about that. I'll let you know when it goes up. Here's the thing. There is another giveaway being held tomorrow on someone else's channel. Eugen, he said he's giving something away. At least that was the little clip that he gave, said, oh, someone's going to get something tomorrow. I'm doing a giveaway. So I don't know what it is. I will leave a link to his channel below so that you can see it. No, it's not going to be tomorrow. For you, it's going to be today. He's probably going to release it today. I think he does his videos on Saturday. I usually see it Saturday. Sometimes it pops up on Sunday, but usually Saturday. So he's giving away a fountain pen. I don't know where it's open to. I don't know any of the rules. You'll have to go to watch his channel to see that. But I will tell you that fountain pens are very special gifts, and he is a wonderful person to be doing that. So I'll leave a link below to his channel so you can go and get in on that and see where that is. But he did hit his 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, all of you who went over and checked him out. Okay, well, good luck to you in that one. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. And if you didn't, you can take it up with these people. As usual, they're the complaint department. So you got to take it up with them. And they will let me know exactly what you've said and how you've said it and with the tone of voice that you've said it in. And some of them can even do your voice. You didn't know that, but they can. They can do the thing. They don't even need to do the little puppet thing. They can do your voice. They can throw it. It's the whole thing. And before I go, don't forget, these are still available, very inexpensive. I highly recommend them. I would use them. I would buy them if I didn't already have them because they actually are very good. And you saw how vibrant they were. They're wonderful. Now again, they're sketchbook paints. That's what they're for. The little travel set. I can't get over the little travel set because not because of the how small it is, but because of the fact that it's small and I like it at the same time. That's a miracle right there. But I do like this set, and I am gonna swap out a couple of those colors. That green, I'm getting a screwdriver up here to pop that thing out. But that's gonna come out. But the colors are very nice in here. They're actually very good. Hope you check them out. Hope you figure out if you like them or not. And I'll see you on Monday with a new video that's doing something completely different. Well, different than I've done in quite a while. So something that's a little bit newer. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye. So first, someone said they wishes that they could. Okay, now I'm not to give you just a. So what we're doing is, and that is also from. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Damn it. He is. And I just wanted to point out, let me see if I can point it out while I'm recording. Oh no, you don't want to see that. Back out here so I can finish talking to you. Oh, you don't, again, we're having issues here. Okay. We're not doing that, are we? No. Scratch that whole thing.